for people. Like how you threw that phone. Just remember the first episode you threw the phone? That's you was dealing with, you was accountable for your phone ringing.
Yes.
People, you can't be available for people. People should have an understanding. A lot of times people don't deal with understanding when it comes to your time. People will come into your time because they think that y'all have a common bond. Y'all do certain things the same as far as like, y'all might
the obligation of it,
eating, or y'all might drink, smoke, whatever. People feel as though they can get into your life because they, that y'all have such a common goal or common bond or what have you.
Yeah.
So they feel like they can interrupt your space.
Disturb your groove.
And then some people be so soft that they will let them interrupt their space.
But
and then, hold up, then that can cause some type of tremor or some type of turmoil in your house. Shit, man, listen.
Hey,
man, shit, no. You be doing crazy shit.
On what basis is that? On what basis is that? Well, listen, anyway, today's topic, right? I am your hostess of the Moses, Mario Elefante, and this is my co-conspirator. I mean, my co-host, the skipper. And today's topic, right, is about availability and accountability.
Hold up.
Abbreviated.
Go
ahead.
Welcome to Campfire Talk, the podcast.
Yes, okay. You got that one.
I am your host, Breaker, Skipper, whatever you want to call me. Just make sure that it's on time and it's right. And to my right is Elefante, Kiko the vet.
Hamasadat Kiko Wala. The Honorable Hamasadat Kiko Wala.
If y'all know him, you know what's going on today, right? Go ahead, man.
But listen, we talking about availability and accountability, abbreviated ANA. And when we're talking about availability, we're talking about your friends, your loved ones, whoever that always think that you're supposed to be available for them anytime they call you. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's 10 years later, and they so used to you being available for them that they just could just up jump and do the boogie. Girl, where you at? Oh, girl, can you take care of my kid? Oh, however, nah, it's not about that. Listen, I'm in a whole new lifestyle. Respect that.
People are 10 years later. Different.
Yeah, but people still will call you break,
Yeah, but I'm saying when you say you're in a whole new lifestyle,
yeah,
people are in a whole new lifestyle just as well.
Also, when I say
people, but I'm just saying people have to understand that availability at this point in your life, people shouldn't even be available really for people. Like how you threw that phone. Just remember the first episode you threw the phone. That's you was dealing with. You was accountable for your phone ringing.
Yes.
People, you can't be available for people. People should have an understanding. A lot of times, people don't deal with understanding when it comes to your time. People will come into your time because they think that y'all have a common bond. Y'all do certain things the same as far as like, y'all might
the obligation of it,
eating, or y'all might drink, smoke, whatever. People feel as though they can get into your life because they, that y'all have such a common goal or common bond or whatever.
Yeah.
So they feel like they can interrupt your space.
Disturb your groove.
And then some people be so soft that they will let them interrupt their space.
But
and then, hold up, then that can cause some type of tremor or some type of turmoil in your household because that's the energy that may not be wanted or reciprocated from the other people that's in your house if there's other people in your house. So you have to be more responsible or accountable for your availability. A lot of people put themselves in a position to make themselves available for people when they shouldn't. It shouldn't be. Everybody should have a time and space for everything. It shouldn't be randomly. It shouldn't be when a person feel, they want
They just call you.
You know what I mean? Like, think about this. This is how the world messed up, right? This is how messed up the world has become. 1988, phone booths was on the corners everywhere.
Anywhere you go.
People had phones in their houses, but for the most part, you couldn't use the phone because your phone bill. Your phone bill, it was never nothing steady. Like how you pay X amount of dollars a month for your cell phone. You know what I mean? back then, if you had a phone in that house, and if you was with your parent, man, they didn't want you to talk on the phone long.
It was,
You know what I mean?
it was abbreviated,
Yeah.
but it was shortened.
Right.
You know how it
Well,
went.
yeah, but
It
people
wasn't no total
wasn't
phone.
available. Plus, people was out and about all day.
Yeah.
And if you wasn't with me, chances are you gonna miss me.
You know how they be in tune with
Yeah,
somebody.
or I'm gonna
already.
tell you to call me, or I'm gonna call you at a certain time.
You knew
and
that.
you knew that I was gonna call
And
you at
that
a
was
certain
that.
time.
Yeah.
But now people can come and go. I mean, it's surprising, man. Like, even I think about my mom. My mom's so available to everybody. Like, my mom is available to everybody, and I'll be on her head about this. You have to stop being available for people.
But then,
You know what I mean?
yo, bro, that's why, because my mother used to be like that, and that's why, you know, like being available, you know, like my mother used to like storage a lot of people like in her house.
Word.
That's why I'm the way I am, I guess. When you just said your mother was available, my mother was available like that. Come to the school house, my mother used to take people in, like,
Right,
you know what I mean? Just,
right.
I mean, I don't want to get
But
into
that's
that.
the
I don't
old
want to
school.
delve into
That's
that.
the old school way.
Yeah, but I guess that's what makes you how I am. Like people say, you are like you private. No, it's not private. I don't really like too many motherfuckers. Pardon my language. At my home, I because it goes back to that what you're saying. But anyway, let us move on from that. But your availability and accountability, you have to hold people, you know, to that because that can lead you in a whole heap of stuff, yo. Like that can get you killed. That can have you killing somebody because your homeboy, your homegirl, yo, where you at? You know what I'm saying? You coming downstairs 2, 3 in the morning, your man call you, your homegirl call you because you want to be obligated at that time. I don't know when it could be in your life. You go with your man because your man know you available for him. You really don't want to be available for him, but you just feel like you have to be.
Right.
That could get you on some shit.
Right.
I've been in some stuff like that before. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not around like that right now. Just because I'm not available doesn't mean that I'm not there for you. You got to know how to separate the two. You fathom?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you got to know how to help people accountable. And some people want to be available. They want to be you.
Right.
Let's get to that part though.
Right.
You know, you can be in a relationship and you looking at your significant other like, God damn, yo, why you always taking this people over here, taking the people over there? What about Ski? My availability to you is equivalent to your homeboys and your homegirls. It's not a good relationship.
No.
Because if you're available for your people that you tagging along in your car, and then here I come along, like, yo, man, why you always giving them something that you never given me? And when you give it to me, it's like, it's the same equivalent to them. That's relationship become toxic. But anyway, that's availability. Hold them accountable for that. You know, I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean,
No,
you know,
that's
you know,
that's pretty factual. But you know, when people have to understand that you can't give people your time, your energy so much. You get thrown off when you give people your time and your energy because your time and your energy no longer belongs to you. Your time and energy now belongs to people when you give it to them. When it's accessible for them, it becomes theirs as much as it is yours. So it can change the course of everything, anything. You know, I will be the one that, look, my phone don't ring like that. And I'm happy that it don't ring like that. I'm happy. But I know people phone ring 5 in the morning. Phone ring at 2, 3 o'clock at night because they're available for people. When they got to understand and learn, yo, that's a lot of energy that is wasted.
yo.
Even though you're not around me, that energy still travels. With my voice over the phone I can raise my voice and I can raise it on a happy level. That's that good energy. I can raise it on an angry level. That's that angry or mad or evil energy that's coming towards you.
Yeah,
it can change everything in a person.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it can go to, like you said, a person can call or disrupt your day behind you being available for them. You know what I mean? Like, people got to learn how to be more responsible for themselves, their time, their family time and stuff like that. And people got to understand too, you know, sometimes you can't even be, and it might sound weird, it might sound crazy, but sometimes people can't even be available for their kids like this. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to just have what they call me time. People don't have me time, and because the me time that they do is always somebody else's time. Yeah. It's always them getting together, rocking out with somebody else, doing somebody else shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like when I see, like, dudes might go out to a bar and sit down by themselves and stuff like that, or a restaurant, sit at the bar and eat a meal by themselves. That's me time. A lot of times dudes be forced into that because they don't have a significant other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But sometimes you have women that might sit down in the tub or whatever with a glass of wine and with candles and unwind. That's me time. People find peace.
You have to.
But when you find peace, people outside of you should
should
know that you have peace in your life, man. They should know that they need to back the fuck up and give you some space. They need to know what space is. They need to know what being available is and what being accountable is. You can't always give people your space and your time. People, I'm telling y'all, this is stuff that happens every day that people don't pay attention to. That availability is mean. People think about this. You sit back and think about how much time you give someone else that don't even be worth your time, that don't be worth your energy, your space, your words. People give it up every day.
And yo,
you know what I mean?
But you know what, yo? You know, and we know that, yo. You know, guys like us coming from the block or whatever, we knew that. Shit, but it's part of my language. Installation is crazy, yo. You know what I'm saying? With availability. You know, because people, the availability that we had, you know, I'm just talking about in general, some availability be insulated. You know what I'm saying? Because you think your friend is your friend, but they only your friend because the installation of the where you're from, your block,
the commonality.
Yeah. But it's a fake common. It's not. It's
You know what I'm saying? What y'all do, what y'all have in common.
Common right now.
People gravitate to people. Like I remember, you know, I was married. You know, I was married. I remember this person told me. I never forget this. What she said. She said, "You got to be responsible for how your relationship is. You can't be married and be doing things that single people do. You have to be accountable for your availability with people. People, you cannot be around people that don't." And it's like Jay, peace to the God. He said this to me, and it resonates with me all the time. If we're not doing the same things, we shouldn't be together anyway.
Point blank.
You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't be together.
Simple.
Like you're not gonna see a rich person hanging out on a bum park. You're not going to see that. That's rare that you're going to see a rich person hanging out at bum
unless
park.
Unless they're trying to benefit somebody. Yeah,
and it's some type of test or some type of experiment.
Yeah, exactly.
But other than that, you're not going to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But people need to understand what's available and what's accountable. People need to know that they need to do things accordingly. I mean, all 3 A's. The AAA effect.
Yeah.
Availability, accountability, and accordingly. Hey, people need to know what they need to do, how they need to do it, and when they need to do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, but some people availability, they just want to be used. So some people,
they do.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I came to what's the word I'm looking for? I came to realize that with a certain person that I was dealing with. Like, goddamn, you always available, like you want to be you, like you want to be a welcome mat. You know what I mean? That's your availability. That's why you're doing it.
Right.
I guess you was getting something out of it too. You know what I mean?
People like to be around people.
Yeah,
like I told you before, people don't like to be alone.
Yeah, I know
so that. People would do whatever. They would be used and abused rather than not to be alone. You know what I'm saying?
But if you got a significant other, you're not alone.
Nah, but you
know what I'm saying?
A lot of times, what I'm saying, though, Brett? A lot of times you can be in a room. You can be in a room full of people. Still be alone.
Be alone. Wow. That's real.
I'm the exact opposite of that. I can be by myself and be happy. I can sit back and I can watch TV all day. I can read all of that shit all day. I don't have a problem doing all that. With me, I learned myself a long time ago.
You and I both.
Who I am and what my availability is for people. Now, I'm never going to turn a person down if a person want to have a conversation and talk to me and stuff like that. But you're not going to just use me and abuse me. Those times have come and gone. We don't do that stuff no more.
Nah.
You know, people used to pull up and want to go out to eat and hang out with people because that was fashionable
right
to
there,
be around
yo.
people
Be,
because you know dudes was the flavor of the month and stuff like that. So it would be easy for a person to come and hang out with you and you bring them out to eat or you bring them wherever you go and you paying for it and stuff like that.
That's the installation of everything.
Right.
That's what we're talking about, installation. You know what I mean? But yo, another part of availability is like, yo, the fellas, guys, women, men, girls, whoever, your children, be involved with your availability. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, you being available for other things and not being available for your child. You know what I'm saying? When she call on you, can you do this for him or her? Can you go get your little man? Like, can I get a take on me real fast?
Go for it.
About me, about how I'm gonna help myself accountable. And things that is like, yo, like, you know, I remember times and junctions in my life when I was back on the block and sneered by Enfield Street, you know what I mean? It had me caught up in the realm. But you know what I mean? I never used to be available when my son mother used to call, Irene mother used to call me.
And this is the oldest child, right?
Yeah, my Irene. You know what I'm saying? She used to call me, yo, can you come get him? Whatever, this, that, and the third, because she was doing her thing. She needed to do some things. I'm like, yo, nah. Because I'm selfish. So I'm on the block. You know what I mean? I'm immature mentally. You know what I'm saying? So what? But then when it comes to me, for need her to be available for me to get my child, because I want to show him off. Yo, I need to get Irene dressed up because we got a block party going on over here, or we got a family event over here, or cook out with my family, get them in that low stuff, you know, just when I got them. You know what I mean? Being available for me, she was there.
Right.
You know what I mean? For my stupidity at that juncture of my life, that immaturity, I was never there for her.
So how do y'all?
She held me accountable, but she didn't. No, we cool
again.
again. That's my love.
Well, maybe you need to apologize.
Yo, I am gonna apologize. So I ain't got no problem with that. But
Maybe you need to call.
yo, that's why we got this phone here, because she ain't even know what's coming through. Yo, give me a moment though. Check me out though.
Are you calling him?
2009.
Turn it up.
Not 2009.
Hello?
Assalamu alaikum. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Listen, I got you on audio right now. You over here. We on the podcast right now, Medina. You heard me?
I heard you.
You listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Listen, topic today is about availability and accountability.
Okay.
You understand where I'm coming from? You fathom?
Yeah.
I say that to say this because, yo, I know it was times in our lives that we dealt with, you know, our son, and I was never there for you when you needed to be available for you. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you was available for me, you was always there for me with my selfishness and my bullshit that I was going through in them streets. I just want to apologize to you. You understand what I'm saying? I want to apologize to you for my foolishness and for my stupidity, for me acting like an ignorant brother. And you know I was way better than what I was.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But at that juncture of my life, and you used to hold me accountable. You understand what I'm saying? You did, and I can say that. You used to hold me accountable. Shorty over there, he was the first one I met with you and Mr. Peace. Now, anyway, we don't even talk about that though. But anyway, yo, I love you for that and for raising my son without me being there like the way I should have been there. Because I needed you when I wanted you to be there for me. You was there for me for my availability. To get Irene dressed up. Put him in that low. Put him in that polo. I gave you. I bought for him. You know what I'm saying? That stinking thinking of me. You know what I mean? You want to show myself off like a fashion doll. But you was there for me. You laughing. You got some. Yeah, but you was there though. You was there. And you held me accountable. You should chop me up. You know what I mean? You should come so soft and humble with it. Piece of shit ass nigga. You ain't shit. You taught me real good. I took it. So I knew you was an intelligent black woman. I took it as opposed to I wouldn't have took none of that from no other person. No other female. You a woman though. But yo, I just want to apologize. I say it to you again on audio, but when I see you, I'm going to say it to you physically too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I accept your apology.
Oh man, you make me want to call my son.
I love you, all right?
I love you too.
Assalamu alaikum.
I would have bite your style.
Peace.
Peace.
Dang, that was dope, man. That was dope, man. That was dope.
Yo, and man, a lot of y'all, you guys, you see what I just did? Because I know y'all there. I know y'all in the streets. And I know y'all got y'all kids, y'all children that y'all want to be available for, but y'all want to be available for them for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Be available for them when she call you to come get your son. Go get him a haircut. Can you bring him home while you in the corner store? She like, oh, nah. Not right now. You ain't doing nothing. Go get that nigga. Go get your little nigga. Go get your daughter. Go and get him.
Word.
Man, I'm a prime example, man. Don't let them streets hinder you, man. I'm the truth, bro. Trust me, it get ugly. Later on down the line, if you don't capture that, man, that availability and be held accountable for, and man, learn to love it like that. Handle it.
Don't love me like you do. Yeah.
Availability, accountability, man. That's touching, bro.
Yeah, it is.
That's touching, man.
It
People
is.
understand, like your homegirl, girl, what you doing? I'm gonna drop my 3 kids off to you.
Yeah, but it's not just about women too.
No, I'm
It's
talking about the
men,
men.
though.
I just flipped it. I just flipped it. I
but
flipped it,
it's
though. I got to the men
Yeah,
too.
it's
I'm
definitely
flipping it.
about
We going around.
dudes really
For
want
real.
you to be around for them.
Yeah, selfish.
Like one dude that I know that be around for everybody a lot is Cream, my homie Cream, my bro. Like that dude is available for everybody, man. He's stretched thin and the dude is strong. You know what I mean? Because he really is a like if you 9 times out of 10 somebody know his number or know how to contact him.
Of course.
They may not know how to contact me, but they can go to him to get to me. You know what I mean? Like the way his availability is mean, and he's not even around right now like that, and he's still available. Thousands of miles away, he's still available for people. I mean, he getting to it though. He is getting there where he's like cutting his shit short, and he's really getting on that shit where
You have to.
he don't want to be available, and he's on his time.
You have to.
And I commend him for that. You know what I mean?
You have to. You have
But you
to.
can't be available for people. You can't be.
I mean,
Give
it's not that you
people-
can't. You got to let them know that,
No,
man. I'm not
yeah,
around, man.
I'm not saying
Just,
like
yo,
like
you can still
totally-
be there.
Right, you don't have to totally shut people out,
No.
but people have to have an understanding that you have a life.
It's different now. We ain't gonna
You
say
have
little
a
dudes
life,
no more.
And I don't care what you're doing in your life. You may not be working, but you still have a life. You still should get permission from people to be available. A lot of times people just barge in on your availability, really choke your availability up, and do what they want to do with your availability.
Yo,
Take your energy and do what they want to do with your energy and your time
yo,
and your space and shit, and fuck up your whole fucking vibe.
throw your
man.
whole ball game out of whack.
Yeah,
For real.
but then you gotta recoup, and then you be in a situation you might just say, you know how girls can start arguing with dudes because dudes be hanging out with their homeboys all the time and stuff like that. They make time, they be available for dudes and shit like that. But then when they girl want the time, dudes don't have the time to give them, so they girl bitching, flipping the fuck out, going bananas and shit like that. The only thing that people gonna be available for, 100%, is that job. They gonna do exactly what they supposed to do with that job.
Put that on the back,
They gonna do exactly. They gonna be accountable. They gonna be available. And they gonna be accessible. All of that, whatever the 3 A's that I said, I forgot the other.
Man, it don't matter. We know it's A and A right now.
Right.
First of all, AAA, however,
Right.
we abbreviate that shit, availability and accountability. Pop my language. I got my aunties in them watching, but they don't get dirty and
Oh,
grimy.
speaking of my aunties, Dosha,
You know what I'm saying?
special shout out to my aunt Dosha. You take care of my little cousin Shell. Shell just had a little accident. Take care of her auntie. My auntie Dosha, she tough, man, out there. Take care of her. Special shout out to my auntie Lolo, Laureen, Auntie Am, Auntie Annie, Ann Lee. Rest in peace to my auntie Daisy. Special shout out to my big baby, Mama Penny. You know I love you, baby. Stay up.
Hey,
A
yo.
special shout out to rest in peace to my aunt, my mother, my home girl who I used to go and see low key, Ellery. That was my girl too.
For the drip.
Yeah.
You over
That
there.
was my girl. I used to go deal with Ellery, low key, me and Ellery kicking her, talk about all her kids.
Hey, yo,
Talk about
listen.
all of them.
It's one availability before we tap out around here. My man's that's incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? Because they have a tendency or propensity or whatever to think that, I love my guys that's in the can. You know what I mean? I'm not in the can anymore. You know what I mean? I used to describe them when I was out there. I used to send them pictures. I do all that. You know what I'm saying? I was the main guy. Who you think they called for bail? Was kick on the vid there when they out scroll. The rest of the film locked the hole. They have a tendency of thinking that you got to be available for them too.
Word.
And it's not like, yo, bro, I'm not around. I'm around, but I can't go take pictures over here over there anymore. Y'all got a family. I'm in a whole new wave in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's availability. You know what I mean? And I hold them accountable. Yo, you got a problem? For what?
Yeah.
What? Because listen. You should see the transformation I'm going through. You should love it, like it. Come home and embrace it and
Yeah,
do
but
what I
everybody,
do.
jail
But
time is different.
no, it's
than
not
this
different
time.
break. I don't care when it is.
Yeah,
It's still
but you know
availability
jail time
break.
is different,
It's still availability. They think that you're supposed to be available for them.
Yeah, but that's the ignorant people that hasn't grown, that don't know nobody.
But
and they most importantly don't have nobody.
They do
You know
got
what I mean?
somebody still though.
No, them people don't be having nobody.
It's
Man.
break. You see.
Come on, man. Them people don't be having nobody. I'm not saying
I ain't
that
saying
you
who it
shouldn't
is.
be. No, I'm not
saying I
that
can't. But I'm saying if I had to tell them, bro, I can't do it. Don't be mad.
Word, I'm saying you can do that. But I'm just saying a lot. But the way their mentality is, they think that you're supposed to make time for them because they really don't be having.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that like I will make time for them, but give me a moment or two.
Right.
But they want me to be available right then and there at that.
Right.
At that time, that's what I'm saying.
That jail time,
like I used to be,
than regular street time.
Because I used to be there, break. I used to sit down. I used to do that. That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
My folks can fight for me on that. They can't take nothing away from me about that. But the availability is not there like it used to be anymore. That's what I'm saying,
especially nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, my time is with my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go to work. I go home. I don't get no phone calls. I'd rather that. Availability and accountability, man. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Hold me accountable.
And be responsible for your time. And do your time the way that you would want people to do time for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't think that every time you pick up a phone call 2, 3 in the morning, somebody's supposed to answer. Every time you pick up a phone 8, 9 because they don't have a job or they not moving around that they supposed to come to your beck and call. It's not like that. People need to start telling people about shit like that. You can't be available for people. You can't be doing things for people and not saying monetary things or stuff like that. It's just time. Time is everything. That's priceless. And people take up your time and make that shit useless.
And it goes back to I check up on a few guys, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. And then when I check up on them, they're like, yo, where you at, kid? Yo, I'm calling on you to check up on you. You didn't reach out to me, I reached out to you. Now you want me to be available for you. Hey, yo, where you at? I said, I go to work Monday through Friday. Yo, I'm gonna see you right now. Where you at? No, we're not doing that. They think I'm calling out to you. Now you want me to be available for you. I'm reaching out to you. You ain't reaching out to me. Yeah. You want me to be available for you when I tell you I don't work on Saturday and Sunday. Hey, yo, just hit me. I'm gonna come scoop you or you come get me. Nah, bro. It's not like that. Yeah, I heard them come right there and shut that down at the gate.
People deal with time and availability and stuff like that because a lot of people want to recapture those certain moments in time. You know what I mean? But people don't know how
to
address things and know how to approach things in a certain in manners that they should.
I got that.
People don't deal with things accordingly. People deal with things on how they think that it should be for them, for their liking, for their picking. You're supposed to be at their beck and call for anything that they want, how they want to deal with certain shit. It don't work like that, man.
You know that shit was going to be like that anyway. If you know I ain't coming through. I mean, I ain't coming through, but you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mean to be harsh or brash.
Well.
But anyway.
I'm around, but I ain't around.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
I'm so happy. And this is another thing.
I've been losing friends if I didn't be.
Sidebar. A lot of times people need to grow up and have an understanding that a lot of times when you have people in your life, they don't mean you well. They don't mean you good. It took me 30 plus years to realize that I was a rotten motherfucker to people. That I was a cold motherfucker to some of my alleged friends and shit.
Piece of shit.
I wasn't friends to them. I wasn't friends to them. I really wasn't. And it took me 30 plus years to realize that I wasn't shit to them.
Hey, yo.
I can admit that shit, but I bet you y'all can't admit that shit to me. I bet you they can't say that they wasn't my friends though. I bet they can't. But I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I can live with it. I can live with it.
That's why you're still here, right?
I can live with the fact that I know that I was available or I was non-available for people that I should have been available to, and I was available to people that I shouldn't been available
Nah,
to.
bro.
And I wasted a lot of time and energy on a lot of shit. And I'll be wanting to smack myself, but I'm gonna save these smacks for these suckers to get out of line. You know what I mean? Like,
Back to the lecture at hand, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Slap the
save
shit. Yo,
these
can't
smacks,
fire, slap
and,
fire.
And I'm gonna save these sucker punches and wherever else
Hey, yo.
you need to go. No, I'm just talking.
Man, no, he ain't just talking. He mean
Nah, I'm just
motherfucker
talking,
slap
but-
fire out you niggas.
Nah,
Pardon my language.
but listen,
I ain't got no thought for the day. The thought for the day is already
I
thought
got
for
a
the
thought
day.
for the
And
day.
hit him with the 1-2 pit launch.
My thought for today is this: God's simplicity is simply our complexity.
That's a thought for the day every
Wait a
day.
minute. Wait a minute. Let me say this again. God's simplicity is simply our complexity. Fact that.
Ooh, capture that. Collegiate one. Grey Goose is over there waiting for me.
All right, check this out. Campfire Talk, the podcast, is on all your major platforms.
Major platforms.
Audio, video is accessible to y'all. Like, subscribe. Knowledge, that's together. For
Hold up.
everybody that need to understand, that's peace.
Like, love it, share it.
Peace.
Peace.